Hey Sonrise, I just want to take a moment and offer some suggestive resources that may help in your discipleship with one another. Many times I like to go through a particular book or a subject with someone as I grow in my Christian faith with someone else. So I like to read, and here's 3 books that have meant a lot to me. I'm going to divide them up kind of on a personal level, kind of in relationship to the church, and then evangelism. So the first one is a book called Replenish. Chris and I have actually gone through this book together, written by a guy named Lance Witt. He worked at Saddleback with Rick Warren for a while, but this has been a real help to me. The chapters are really short, about 3 to 4 pages each, but they're very helpful in growing your own spiritual development. Sometimes we get distracted by all that life brings, and we can lose sight on what's really important in our own personal relationship with Christ. And so this book takes you through some highly reflective chapters on your spiritual growth, your spiritual development, feeding your own soul. Are you in tune with Christ, and are you growing spiritually? So Replenish by Lance Witt. You may want to purchase this book, get it on Amazon, and maybe walk through it with someone. The other book deals more with the church at large. A guy named Mark Dever wrote a book called 9 Marks of a Healthy Church, and it is really helpful in understanding our involvement in the church. What's the purpose of the church? How do I function in the church? What's God's big picture with the church? And what's involved in the church? How should the church act, and how should it be governed, and how should it move in our community? This has been a real help for me as I try to understand the church and what we're supposed to be doing. So Mark Dever, 9 Marks of a Healthy Church. You might want to get that if you want to think about the church and how you can be better involved in that. And finally, but not least, a book by C.S. Lewis. You probably know him from the Chronicles of Narnia series. He was living in the early 20th century during World War I and World War II. He wrote a book called Mere Christianity. And this book would be primarily helpful if you're talking with someone that might not be a Christian, someone that might be an agnostic or an atheist. Maybe take this book through with them. And Lewis does a fantastic job at kind of outlining Christianity's worldview, and does a great job in making things sensible and understanding for the common person that might be asking some questions. So those are 3 resources as you think about discipleship and maybe diving into learning scriptures and learning your Christian faith with someone else and helping you grow. So maybe take some of those and use them in your own personal growth, and then walk through them with someone else. All right, thanks guys.